Hey everybody, it's right there. It says 49ers are going to the Super Bowl for the first time in nearly 20 years. Actually, it's going to be 18 years, but who's counting? And you can see on the back, this jacket was my grandfather's. My late grandfather was given to me by my aunt and my uncle. It's one of the originals, baby. And I wore this today. I wore this last week. It's like my grandfather was up above saying, it's time to wear it. And I've worn it before, but I'm wearing it again. I'm wearing it again because I've got a feeling this is the year. This is going to be the San Francisco year in sports. I've got that feeling. Now, I will give credit to the Atlanta Falcons. You guys played a heck of a game. You gave us a scare. You gave us 49er fans a scare at the beginning. I mean, 17-0. It almost was like, great, blowout city, right? But you see what happened is CK, as we like to call him, and they said it best on Fox Sports. CK started getting into the zone. He started to realize that the running game was good, but you had to beat the team mentally as well as physically. And that's what he did. Physically, by passing, handing off the ball, and attempting to run with it, which he did once or twice or three times. And I'll give Atlanta credit, they did detain him. But he also realized that Atlanta would expect something like that. That's why he switched up. I mean, every time they got on the line, you notice he kept coming up to them going like this and like this. He kept doing this and then going back. It's because he knew Atlanta was waiting. He knew your Falcons, with all due respect to your Atlanta fans, was waiting for that to happen. And so I give Atlanta all the respect in the world for putting up a great game. But I'm going to be honest with you. You guys knew that as soon as you found out the Niners were coming down to your area, your town, you were going to be in for a fight. Heck, you guys got one of the noisiest football stadiums, arenas, domes, if you will, in the world, if not in the league. And that was proven. But I'm not going to be surprised if someday down the line, places like Georgia, the Georgia Dome, Quest Field, and whatever other stadiums out there are known for being the loudest stadiums around, I wouldn't be surprised if the NFL someday comes down with a ruling stating something along the lines that the fans, which I think would be stupid, but I've got a feeling it's going to happen, fans are going to have to tone it down a little bit so that players can hear each other. Players can, like quarterbacks and stuff, can hear make sure they do things correctly without being distracted. Now, I'm not saying that would ever happen, and I hope it doesn't, but the way things are nowadays, I wouldn't be surprised. But again, I give all the credit to the Atlanta Falcons. You guys gave us a heck of a game, you gave us a heck of a scare, even down to the last second. I mean, I said in my video, where I said this was going to go down to the wire, this was a toss-up, it was going to be down the middle, it was going to be a good game. It was. And right now it's 14-13 in the AFC Championship with 5 minutes and 29 seconds, I should say, in the third quarter. New England's got the ball right now, but still, it was a heck of a game. This one looks like it's going to be a heck of a game as well. But again, it says it right there. For the first time in nearly 20 years, 49ers are going to the Super Bowl, and the 49ers are going to win the Super Bowl. They're going to win it. It's a guaranteed fact. It's a guaranteed fact they're going to win. And again, with all due respect to Atlanta, the Atlanta Falcons, and your fans, you guys had a great season, and who knows, maybe next year will be that season. But just like with the 49ers last year, God is telling you, now is not the time. The Lord above is telling you, for all your accolades, for everything you've accomplished, now's not the time. He said that to the Niners last year. You could tell. He said, now's not the time last year, but today is. But now is. Now is the time to be in the Super Bowl. The only thing they are waiting for is for the Lord above, for God Almighty himself, to confirm whether or not this is the year they lift that Vince Lombardi trophy and bring it back to San Francisco, or they gotta wait. I'm praying and hoping they're going to bring that Vince Lombardi trophy home and complete the full circle of this being the year of the San Francisco sports teams, the year of the Giants, the year of the 49ers. So again, Niners going to the Super Bowl for the first time in nearly 20 years. Check it, here to prove it. Again, all due respect to the Atlanta fans and the Atlanta Falcons and Atlanta Falcon fans, you guys had a great season. Maybe next year will be that year. But right now, it's the Niners' opportunity to rebuild something they have not been able to rebuild for almost 20 years. And that's a dynasty. Will it happen? I believe it will. Because they're going back, and whoever they face, either it's brother versus brother, or there's a rematch from earlier this year, we're going to find the Niners are going to make the team find out, whoever they face, that their time is now. So congrats to the 49ers heading to the Super Bowl for the first time in 20 years. And all due respect to you Atlanta Falcon fans and Atlanta Falcons themselves, you guys had a great season. And like I said, maybe next year will be that year. But right now, it's Niner time, baby. Comment and respond down below. Thank you all for watching.